Welcome to this GiftWorks video. My name is Steve Faithful, and in this video, we're going to be continuing our online donations overview video series. With this video, and I'm going to show you specifically how to download your online donations, that is the donations that you've received in your online giving using our online donation service, and we're going to show you how to quickly and easily download those donations into GiftWorks. So to get started, I'm going to go back to GiftWorks Live, and I am going to sign into my GiftWorks Live account. Now I'm doing this just so that I can actually go to my online donation service. I'm going to manage, and I'm going to go to the options link. Now you only have to do this one time. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to be downloading and installing the GiftWorks Live add-in. Now this GiftWorks Live add-in is an add-in that allows GiftWorks to be able to communicate with the GiftWorks Live online donation service. And so I only have to do this one time, so I'm going to go ahead and download it. I'm using GiftWorks 2011, so I'm going to be downloading the live add-in that's appropriate for GiftWorks 2011. You'll notice it's downloading right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and run it. Now it's a real quick install. I'm just going to click, close out GiftWorks. Doesn't want GiftWorks to be open, so I'm going to click next. And it's going to very quickly and easily install the GiftWorks Live add-in. This allows any of our GiftWorks Live services to communicate with GiftWorks, one of those being GiftWorks Online Donations. So now I'm going to go ahead and start up GiftWorks. And once I sign in, you'll know that the GiftWorks Live add-in is installed properly if I see a Live button up here at the top, which I do. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Live button. And what it's asking me to do is to sign into GiftWorks Live. And I'm going to use the very same username and password that I used to sign in to my GiftWorks Live account. So I'm going to go back to GiftWorks, and I'm going to put in my username and password. And I'm going to click OK, and it's going to sign me in. Now it says you're currently signed in as my username, and I can manage my services by clicking here. And so I'll see the services that I have available to me. Now in this case, I know I'm going to be using online donations, so I'm going to just click on the download online donations link. Now it goes out and it goes to see if there's any transactions or any donations that have been received but not yet downloaded into GiftWorks, and I see that there are 2. Now if a little bit later after we download them, we'll come back and we'll see that when there's no transactions to download, what it tells me. And so, but I have 2 right now that I want to bring down from my online donations. And if we go back and if I sign into GiftWorks Live, and I'm going to look at the donations. I'm going to show you the donations that need to be downloaded. So I'm going to manage my online donations. I'm going to go to my transactions, and I'm going to view all. And I'm going to view the ones that are accepted. Now, and it's really this status that I'm looking at. Any ones that are new are going to be downloaded into GiftWorks. I happen to see that there are 2 new ones, and they're 2 $5 gifts, one from Bobby Taylor and one from Mary Smith. And so if we go back to GiftWorks, what we see should match that. So it's told me that there are 2 transactions to download. I'm going to click next to continue. Now if we see there's one from Bobby Taylor and one from Mary Smith, both for $5, and that seems to match what we have up on GiftWorks Live. And so these 2 transactions are going to be downloaded into GiftWorks. So first of all, what it's doing is telling me which transactions need to be downloaded. Now I could, if I wanted to, selectively download different ones. By clicking on each of these transactions, you'll notice it goes out to GiftWorks Live and returns the information that I have available to me. In this case, I can look at the Bobby Taylor donation of $5. Now, if I click on Edit Transaction, it's actually going to allow me to edit a little bit more than was editable up on the GiftWorks Live site. So I can modify some of the name, company name, etc., etc. I can also modify some address information, and I can even modify some of the donation information. Now, the payment method and payment type are not able to be modified, but I can modify some other things. So I have a little bit more flexibility of modifying information before I bring the information into GiftWorks. And so I can click on the Edit Transaction link to do that. The other thing I want to do is make sure that I'm keeping in mind if these donors already exist within GiftWorks. Now, one of the things that this process is doing right here, is it's looking to see if it can find the GiftWorks donor, meaning a donor that already exists in GiftWorks. In this case, it's saying that it can't find Bobby Taylor or Mary Smith. Now, GiftWorks searches a number of different ways to try to identify who that donor might be, and it might present to you someone that it thinks it could be. Now, in this case, it's determined that it's going to add a new donor. Now, if I happen to know Bobby was in there as perhaps as a different name or part of a different household, I can actually click on this link right here, and I can actually select an existing donor if I'd like. So if I knew this was part of something else, I could go ahead and actually try to search for that donor and choose specifically that donor. So in this case, I selected to kind of override what GiftWorks had chosen to do and actually put this donation with Stephen Blount. Now, I'm going to actually go ahead and back and just let GiftWorks decide, which basically will use its automatic options. But if there's also a chance that GiftWorks could find someone that it thinks is the donor, and you know it's not, and you could always override that to say always add it as a new donor. So there are a number of different options in terms of donor matching, and make sure that you keep in mind which one donor GiftWorks has selected to make sure that it's putting the donation or attributing the donation to the correct donor. Once I've selected all that, I'm going to click on Next. Now I can specifically attribute these donations to a specific fund. I can just do one of the reasons why we allow you to uncheck or check certain ones is if you may want to bring certain donations in and attribute them to a certain campaign or fund, etc. I could do that. So with each of these right now, I'm indicating that I want all those donations to go to let's say to go to the general care fund, and it may be a specific campaign, and then a specific appeal as well. So the appeal could be a website, it could be an email, number of different things. However, you're going to set up your appeals to match how these donations might have come in. Now there's some other options with regards to receipting. So if I wanted to, I could either choose from using the settings on each donor to default receipts, or I could specify, I could override the donor's options for receipting and issue a receipt for everyone and perhaps put them in a specific group. So if I wanted to have perhaps override all these to put them in a very specific kind of receipt group, I could do that as well. Now I'm using GiftWorks 2011. Depending on the version of GiftWorks you're using, your options may differ, so don't be alarmed if you don't see all these or you happen to see more. GiftWorks is changing all the time, and so we try to make these videos with the current version we have, and so if things are slightly different, we encourage you to come back and check out some of our other help to see how it might have changed for you. So also, whether or not you want to add these donations to the thank you letters mailing. So specify the receipting and acknowledgement options. And then you can also specify what mailing list. If you want to put all these donors into a specific mailing list, you can go ahead and do that as well. So once I've chosen all my options, I can click on Next, and now I'm ready to actually download these into GiftWorks. And like I said, with a couple choices and a couple clicks, I'm going to go ahead and click on Download Transactions. You'll notice it's going to download it. It says it successfully downloaded each one. I'll click on the next button. I'll see kind of a summary of what was brought in. If I wanted to, I could just go ahead and click on Print to print this out. And then when I'm done, I can click on click on Finish. So once I've done that now, I can actually go back to my online donations, and once I go to Transactions, and if I go to my accepted ones, you'll notice now instead of saying that they're new, now they say download. Remember, this is the download status. In this case, they've both have been downloaded into GiftWorks. And so very easily, we took donations that have been received, and we received them through our online donation service, and then we quickly and easily downloaded them into GiftWorks after we had installed the GiftWorks Live add-in. Remember, you only have to install that add-in once. And then once you do that, you'll always have it accessible to access the online donation service or other services you might have available to you. So once I come in after I've downloaded them, you notice it says there are no new transactions to download into GiftWorks. And so whether you check this daily or weekly, you can go ahead and set up a schedule that best matches your organization to download these donations as frequently as you need into GiftWorks to make sure that you have the latest information in GiftWorks. So I hope that these videos have been helpful to you as you start or continue your online giving program. We trust that our online donation service will be helpful to you. We hope that these videos have been helpful to help you understand not only how to get going, but how to set it up and get the most out of the online donation service. So thank you very much for watching, and we appreciate all that you do in terms of your mission in this world, and we continue to encourage you to do what you need to do to impact this world. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.